Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So there are two types of tamyiz, right? So one is a normal tamyiz, where there's something is either a number or an area or a quantity is ambiguous. So 20, 20 rak'atan, 30 yawman. So it's called a tamyiz ghayr, no, it's called normal tamyiz. Okay, then you have other tamyiz where if you look at it, like there's no other alternative you could have had for 20 rak'atan or 30 yawman. You can say yawmun salat, you can put man'ut, not yawmun salatun, but they don't really have that structure. But there's some other tamyiz, especially when it's not number, when it's not area, or when it's not like maqadir. Then if you look at it, a lot of these, you could actually restructure them to give the meaning of a fa'il or maf'ul bihi. So for example, you have the example here, ishta'ala al-ra'su shayba. Yes? So Sayyidina Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam, he made dua, he was making dua, he said, Allah, ishta'ala al-ra'su shayba. Now when you have the verse, ishta'ala al-ra'su shayban, so it's basically mean, ishta'ala is to set ablaze, light ablaze. So my head lit ra'su, my head lit ablaze. So my head lit ablaze, shayban in white hair. And if you don't translate it as such, you translate it as what? The white hair of my head lit ablaze. That's why we translate it. So if you look at this, you could have rephrased it and structured it as what? Ishta'ala shaybur ra's. Yes? Another example is what? Fajjarna al-arda uyunan. We made, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, Allah is saying here, Fajjarna al-ard, fajjar to make gush forth. So Fajjarna al-arda uyunan. So uyun is tamyiz. But really, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could have said, Fajjarna uyun al-ard. You understand so far? So this is called tamyiz muhawwal. Yes, that's what that comes in. I think he does now. It comes in nada. Yes, tamyiz muhawwal. Now the issue now in balagha is, well, why have tamyiz muhawwal? Why not just have the normal tamyiz? What's the benefit? You have to have a faida from two different structures. So the reason answer to this is that look, if you look at ishta'ala shaybur ra's and ishta'ala ra'su shayban, it's a difference. When you say ishta'ala shaybur ra's, the ishti'al, the lighting, setting a light and coming a light, like like have like a charcoal. What's the fa'il? The shayb, and shayb is white hair, and that does not necessarily mean the entire hair. It just means, so basically it does give that meaning, but it's not necessarily so. And if it's ishta'ala ra'su, who's doing the ishti'al is happening where? On the entire head. So ishta'ala ra'su shayba. Do you understand? Similarly, فَجَّرْنَا الْأَرْضَ عُيُونًا. So Allah is saying, فَجَّرْنَا الْأَرْض. We made so وَفَجَّرْنَا الْأَرْضَ عُيُونًا, we can translate it as what? So if you say فَجَّرْنَا الْأَرْضَ عُيُونًا, or فَجَّرْنَا عُيُونَ الْأَرْض. When you say فَجَّرْنَا عُيُونَ الْأَرْض, you say that the springs of the land are gushing forth. So what's gushing forth? The springs. The springs on the earth. Now if you want to give mubalaga, hyperbole, and to show emphasis, what could you say? Fajjarna al-arda, we made the land gush forth with springs. So now here the land is gushing forth with springs. So in here the fa'il of the maf'ul bihi of fajjarna is what? The ard. So here it creates more, it shows how much water. It's as if the entire land became what? Uyun. That's not the meaning, and you understand from the context, but by having this tamyiz muhawwal, what does it do? It creates that meaning. Another example, Rabbi zidni ilma. Rabbi zidni ilma. So you can say Rabbi zid ilmi. So Allah increase my knowledge. That's how you translate it. But when it says zidni, what's the maf'ul bihi? The mutakallim. So you're asking for more, like increase me, totally, like top. So it has a more, I'm not saying emphasis, but you get it. That's the meaning that this word that tamyiz muhawwal carries out. So the fa'il, the verb is occurring not on the tamyiz, which is the main thing, but on the fa'il or the maf'ul bihi. And that creates more emphasis, and the tamyiz to clarify it. So really this tamyiz could have been a fa'il and maf'ul bihi, but by changing the structure, what do we have? We have this additional meaning in place. Got it? The same structure applies with taba nafsan. So for example, meant to translate it, especially in Urdu, some translate it, وَخُشْوَى نَفْسْ كَاعْتِبَارِ saying, which is not really a translation. So for example, you say, وَتِبْتُ نَفْسًا, ya taba nafsan. So again, it's the same thing here. It's really, instead of saying, in the Quran comes out, tibna lakum an shay'in nafsan. So tibna nafsan. and then between is the maf'ul bi, etc. So when you have, what do we have here? Tibna nafsan. So instead of saying taba anfusuhunna, ya tabat anfusuhunna. What do you mean? So you saying taba means, so the whole structure means to become happy, to be agreeing with. So if you say tabat nafsuhunna ya anfusuhunna, what's becoming happy? The nafs. So even the nafs represents the whole. So it's not that it has a different meaning. It is the way the meaning is portrayed is more emphatic. So if you say taba nafsu Muhammad, what's become happy? Or what's in agreement? The nafs of Muhammad, which is the main thing. It's not change the meaning. But if you say taba Muhammadun, who's becoming happy? Whose agreement? The entire Muhammad. So by having this structure, it shows a total agreement, a total approval. So by having, instead of saying taba nafsu Zaydin, taba Zaydun nafsan. So tamyiz muhawwal gives additional emphasis. Do you understand? It's more emphatic because you're attributing the whole person. You're attributing the nafs, you're attributing the ayn, the ard, you're attributing the ras to the verb. So the meaning and translation is the same in all cases, but the only thing that differs now is that what is more the attribution and the way the emphasis behind it. So it's I don't know if in translation any different in translation. In the example that we gave, the land gush forth spring, or the springs of the land gush forth, maybe you could change it there. But the whole thing is that behind this text is an additional layer of emphasis